So bottom of the box. The way I generally approach these is I just make a cut down one of the sides. So as you can see, he has written instructions right on the box itself. He does this for every plant. No matter how many I buy from him, he always takes the time to write it on the box and then also include care instructions on a piece of paper as well. You can see the pot is packed in plastic wrap and then taped extremely well. This actually takes me quite a while to carefully cut out because there are so many layers of plastic around it, and that prevents, the soil from spilling out and shocking the plant. I believe this particular plant is 8 months old. He lists the age of the plant on all the listings. And we can see that it's in perfect condition. Not one leaf was lost during transit. Looks like a super healthy plant. So by cutting the box open like this, we can really see where all the tape is, and I can cut through it without tearing at it. Just makes it easier to unpack. There's some more tape at the top here. As are most of the varieties that he sells, this one is polyembryonic, so you can actually see that there are 2 plants here, 2 stems. So no perfect way of doing this, but I like to find a gap towards the trunk and cut out from that area. Just using kitchen scissors, not the best utensil for the job, but you can eventually cut through this. There are several layers of plastic here. And just to mention, I've purchased more than a dozen plants from the seller, mainly because I've had good experiences every single time. They're healthy plants and they're seedlings that you just can't get anywhere else. So it's pretty rare to find someone that is trustworthy, gives you good quality plants, and lots of variety. Just recently posted an update video on all my mango seedlings, so if you're curious on what varieties I purchased from the seller, you can watch that video. So I'm just taking my time here. Alright, we've cut all the plastic around. Now you can see there is some paper towel, moist paper towel at the top here. To lock in some of that humidity during transit. And you can see now the nursery pot he's got this in. So next step is I'm going to actually show you how I take this out of the pot and transplant it into the container it's going into. I've got a 5-gallon container outside with media already ready to go. And what I've done here is I've just removed the soil to the depth of the pot so that it's sitting nearly flush to the top. Just makes it easy. And what we're gonna do is cut this plant out of the pot so that we don't disturb the root ball. Do this in sections, but just cut away a little bit of the edge at a time. For this stage, I just gently put my hand under the bottom, slide that off, and place the plant in the container. That way we're not disturbing the root ball at all. Before I actually backfill this, I'm going to take a little bit of Mycos, because this is a container plant and has fairly sterile media in here. Inoculate the soil. So I'm going to add some of that. And then I have a pot here. Ready to go with my media. So you can just fill this container up. Before I fill it all the way up, I'm also going to go ahead and put some Osmocote in. This is time released, and I'm going to just put it around the very edge of the container. Just cover that with soil. Put some mulch on the top. One other precaution I like to take is just to go ahead and double stake it. As you can tell, there's some wind going on right now, and that's not uncommon here. I have a couple of bamboo stakes. I'm going to just put them on the side. This is just going to counterbalance the tree. And we just have some green garden wire. So this isn't real tight. I just like to do a nice loose loop around it, just so that if the wind catches it, it's not going to bend it down and potentially snap it. My last step is to water it in. So I'm going to just grab some water from my pond and give it a good soak. The beautiful thing about this soil media is you can't overwater this plant. It drains so well, it's not a problem. That's why I'm really finding no issue with container growing these days, because I'm using the right media. It is afternoon here, so on the east side of my home it's completely in shade, which is really what you want to do when you first transplant a new mango, that's mail order. You don't really want to expose them to sun right out of the shipping box. It's been in a shipping box for days now, so that can scorch the leaves. But you can see it's here in shade, can kind of acclimate. Definitely a drop in humidity from here versus Florida. Never had an issue with transplant shock with this methodology. This is how I've unpacked all of these mangoes. So I really encourage you to check out John's shop, Cocotropics239 on eBay, I don't think he has a huge inventory of mangoes right now. I'm sure he's propagating a whole bunch, but if you have an interest in a specific variety, definitely reach out to him. Incredibly responsive, has always answered any question that I've had. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.